Hello, and welcome to the Schochet SharePoint tutorial. Below you'll find some information on how to access the SharePoint site, how to navigate the new folder and file structure, what to expect while you're working on files while in SharePoint, and some tips on how to deal with issues that may arise. The first thing we're going to do today is log into the SharePoint site. You have previously been sent a new link that you should have downloaded to your desktop. Find this link and double-click on it. The first time you log in, you're going to need to enter the credentials for access. Subsequent logins will only require you to log in with your password. Once you have entered your username and password, you'll be brought to the Schochet Internet Portal. This portal contains all the files associated with Schochet. On the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see a listing of all the folders that are available to you. Please be aware that while all the files and folders are listed, depending on the permissions you've been given, you may or may not be able to open specific folders and/or files. Let's go test out one of these folders. Today we're going to be looking at the Portfolio Management folder. Clicking into this folder, you'll note that it brings you to what is called a subfolder. By clicking on one of the main folders, you are placed within the contents of that folder, which will contain subfolders and individual files. You'll always know which folder you're in by looking at the top of the page. Please note that folders and files are preceded by distinctive icons. Folders by the yellow folder icon, files by the definitive file that it represents. In this case, this is an Excel workbook. If you need to get to a subsequent subfolder, all you need to do is double-click on that folder, and it will bring you to where you need to be. Again, note that if there are subsequent subfolders and files within this directory, they will be identified as such by the yellow folder icon or by the icon associated with the current file, in this case a Word document. By double-clicking on the file, you will open up the accompanying locate the file you wish to open and double-click on it. You will note that right before the document completely loaded, a message saying Word Online open. All documents working in SharePoint work in the cloud. Microsoft's Office suite of Excel, PowerPoint, Word are all within the cloud, and that's where you'll work on these documents. Once the document has been opened, you can now use all the available tools within Word to manipulate and change the document as you need. For this example, I'm just going to add a temporary line to show you that, again, it is doing the same thing that you would normally do in any Word document. Word in SharePoint, or any application in SharePoint, is set up to automatically save the document. Any changes that are made are saved automatically. This is also useful when doing versioning. Please note that there is the share and comments buttons up top here. Comments are normally designed to add a comment to the document. The share button is a collaboration feature within SharePoint and is explained in a corresponding video. Once you are done with the document, you can close out of it, and you'll note that it was updated just a few seconds ago. One of the main features of SharePoint is the ability to do what is called version history. Version history allows you to go back and pick up on a document that's been changed. In other words, if the changes that I made earlier aren't acceptable and you need to go back, you can go back to an earlier version of the document, click on it, and you're going to note that the changes that I made when I put in the temporary line are no longer there. You have the ability at this point in time to either compare the two documents or to restore the document to its original format. Comparing will take and look at the difference between the two documents and allow you to save a co-mingled document, or restore will again bring you right back to where you need to be at the original point in time. By default, version history is set at 100 versions. This can be changed as the company sees fit, as every version does require storage space. The next thing that we're going to do is learn the search feature. The next feature we're going to examine is how to search for a file or folder within the Schochet intranet site. To search from the home page, click into the search bar box and type in as much information as you can about the document you're trying to find. In this case, we're looking for a file called 2011 January Newsletter. Click on the search bar. It will then bring up all results containing that type of information. Scroll until you find the exact file that you're looking for, click on it, and it will bring you to the document that you were looking for. Now let's suppose that you have an idea of what major folders it may be in, but not the exact subfolders. Scroll down as far as you can, and then type in as much information as you can, and the document will come up as well. click on it, and again, you'll come back to the same place as before. One thing to note, the search bar is in a different location. It is to the left within the sub. The last two items we'll be examining are the New button and the Upload button. The New button lets you create several new items within the portal. If you need to create a new Word, Excel, PowerPoint document, you would just click on this. Word would open, and you could start to type. You are going to want to save the document the first time as the name you want. So in this case, we're going to call it Start to Type. You'll note that once you do that, it changes the name up top here. You'll then go look, and you'll see that we now have a new document called Start to Type. The next thing is if you need to upload documents to the portal. You click the Upload button, click on Files or Folders, depending on what you need to update or upload, and then choose what it is you need to upload. In this case, I'm just using opening a basic text file. Give it a moment, you'll see the uploading. And if we scroll through, you'll see that the new file shows up. If you have any further questions about SharePoint, please contact Welsh Consulting at your earliest convenience. Subsequent videos will follow with more details on the sharing, the sync, and the flow buttons up top. Thank you.